What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest channel and podcast. If you have not subscribed yet, please do go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're going to have a reality chat, and this is going to be about Ashley Darby from the Real Housewives of Potomac. Now, I don't know who couldn't see this coming. We knew it was happening sooner or later. Some of us thought that it would be sooner, and I was right. And the fact that Ashley Darby has filed for legal separation from her husband. And honestly, I'm just glad to see it because, girl, you can quit acting now, because we all knew that you were only with this man because of what he has, and you made sure to secure those 2 children in this marriage so that you can get more bang for your buck and more for the misery of having to bang this old man. Okay, so the blog Love Be Scott, they've reported that they have confirmed that Ashley has filed for legal separation from her husband, Michael Darby. And a source close to the couple tells lovebescott.com that Ashley filed for legal separation in Virginia as a precursor to divorce. In the state of Virginia, it is required that you live apart from your spouse for at least a year before you can file for uncontested divorce. Ashley and Michael's relationship troubles and his infidelities have been well documented on The Real Housewives of Potomac, and this upcoming season will document their separation. So one, it gives her an interesting storyline because she really didn't have a storyline last season, and the season previous to that, she was going through postpartum depression after having her first child, and then this most recent season, she had just had the second child, and she was claiming to do better in this time of after having a baby and not really dealing with the postpartum like she had after her first child's birth, but really didn't have a storyline. So she was getting involved in other people's mess and spreading, gossip and drama, and also grossing out the viewers by trying to rekindle this romantic flame with her husband, who was not even interested in her. He really wants Juan. Robin Dixon's, they're not even married, but they used to be married and they're supposed to be getting married again. So I don't even really know what to call him. But yeah, he did not want Ashley. And so we all knew that it was just a matter of time. And I knew that it was going to happen very soon, and I was absolutely right. So she released a statement, and she said, "Almost 8 years ago, when Michael and I said I do, we anticipated sharing every single day together from that moment forward. Unfortunately, that is not our current reality. We have decided to separate. We are aware that there will be many speculative views as to why we have made this decision. People will be quick to assume that the causes were too much intrusion by reality TV into the most personal parts of our lives, age gap issues, cultural problems, or child rearing differences. Pieces of all these may have affected our pure love for each other, but no one reason is the root cause of our mutual decision to go our separate ways. We are now both at very different stages in our lives and have different goals for our futures. We both want the other to achieve true happiness and fulfillment and feel that we cannot do this together. While our romantic bond is broken, we will always love and respect each other. We also know that true happiness can only be achieved by continuing to work together and putting our hearts and souls into raising our 2 beautiful boys, Dean and Dylan. They will always feel loved and supported, for they were truly created out of love." Whatever. As this is a personal matter for us, we appreciate everyone who has been a part of our journey and ask for your continued support by respecting us as we go through this emotional situation. Here's the thing. Ashley definitely was with this man for money. And when Nicki Minaj hosted a portion of the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion this past year, she had this question, and it wasn't just for Ashley. It was for a number of the ladies, but the question was, if you had $100 million in the bank, previous to being with the person that you're with now, would you be with the person you are with now? And that question was really directed towards Ashley, Karen Huger, and because we know that they both are married to older men. And Ashley, she lied and said, yes, I definitely would be with Michael. I'm attracted to him. Girl, you are a liar. You are a liar. And I'll be quite honest. I do believe that even though Ashley was with this man for his money and what he had, and she made sure to get those 2 kids in her belly and give birth to 2 children while she was married so that she could secure even more money, and because of his ridiculous infidelities and just being out here stupid and getting her prenuptial agreement edited so that it would benefit her more, she was preparing to leave this marriage. And I don't blame her. I mean, I'm just the type of person that I wouldn't even be in a situation like that in the first place, because I'm sorry, some people can say, well, you don't know what you would do if you weren't in a situation, but there are some people who can say that there are some things that I just would not do for the money, and screwing an old man just because he has money is just something that it is not in me, and I would not be able to do it. Someone like Ashley, who has proven it and has done it, she was with this man for the money. So the long drawn out sentiments that she wrote for just asking people to respect their privacy and all this, blah, blah, yada, yada about when we got married, we thought we would be spending each and every single day together, loving each other, whatever. It's like bull crap. You were with him for the money. But just getting back to my thoughts about what I really think, she never met her father. I do believe that in some ways, even though she never met her real father, Michael in some ways is like her real father that she never met. I truly do believe that. And if you look long and hard, she actually kind of looks like Michael a little bit, because we know that her real father is a Caucasian man and her mom is African American. She kind of looks like Michael. And so I do believe that subconsciously she got with her dad in a way, even though she never really met her dad, because there's this thought that women tend to get with people who are like their fathers, even if it's subconsciously, even if it's not like you don't really even care for your dad or your dad's ways, but in a lot of ways the person that you wind up with tends to be a lot like that man that was your father, even if you never really met that person or didn't really know them that well. And I do believe that about Ashley. So she had this in one of the previous seasons. It was a plot line where she was trying to find her real dad, and he rejected her and he didn't come to answer the door. And I felt for her in that moment. But that's when I really started to think about it. It's like, yeah, it in some ways, even though she got with Michael for the money and what he had, in some ways her getting with Michael subconsciously was her being with her long lost father, the love of the dad that she never received. But now that she has her 2 kids, I knew that it wasn't going to be long after she had that second child that she was going to be heading for the door. And lo and behold, there it is. I can't say I blame her, but again, like I said, I wouldn't even be in that situation in the first place, but she definitely was with that man for the money. He knew it too. I don't feel sorry for him because he knew it. He bought his bride and he paid the price, and now he will be paying the price to alleviate himself of the situation and no longer be married to her and to dissolve the marriage. When they open up that restaurant and he was talking about closing it and shutting it down, she was outside of that restaurant yelling at him and saying, if you shut this restaurant down, this marriage will be over. Like, it was all about the money for her, period. So no one can really say that they're surprised by the situation. I'm just like, girl, you got your kids, you're finally out of there, but save us the violins and the statement of how when you said I do almost 8 years ago, yada, 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 you were with this man for what he had. And that's why you got with him. That's why you made sure you had 2 kids while you were in the union. And that's why you're out of there now, period. Michael is disgusting. But anybody that would be with him, I feel is disgusting too. So I don't really have much sympathy for her. But you guys, you can let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section. Are you surprised that she is going through this situation now? Did you think that she was going to try to stick it out a little bit longer to try to prove the public wrong? But I shared my thoughts, and I would really love to know what yours are.